Welcome back to the accountability series. Our goal here is to hold each other accountable towards building our goals, our health, our dreams. We don't do anything drastic here when it comes to changing routines, but we're at least there for each other as we work towards starting the year off on the bright side, or something like that. I started this series last year and it felt like we were all on this journey together, and of course we still are even after the series, but even more so during this month. Now for a little life update, as you can see I'm not at home yet, but for the first half of the month I will still be here in the US because I am having my little vacation. Very lucky to be able to extend my vacation all the way up to the new year, by the way. So even though I am on vacation, I still have goals and I'm still trying to build my habits. So that means we can still continue the accountability series even if I'm not yet home. Basically, it's going to be a silog meal, but it's going to be a sausilog. Is that what they call it with sausages? One of the hardest things about being on vacation and like staying in someone else's house is that I'm so unfamiliar and uncomfortable in another kitchen, unless it's a kitchen at home. So I'm always like, I don't know what to do, I don't know what to eat, I don't know how to cook. This one is 5 points, this one has 6 points, 6 points, and 5 points. Scored. Now we've got some eggs to fry. Sunny side up. In the kitchen, multitasking is key. And right now, it's to unload the dishwasher. Got our hot links a little bit burnt. Look at that, it's smoking hot. First time to try these. They're okay. I'm not a big fan of sausages just because they're so flavorful and I can still taste them throughout the day. Something that we don't miss or skip is, of course, creating our goals. Now, I will be honest, I have made the mistake for many years to make way too many goals and also make them very unrealistic for myself, that at the end of the year, I would always feel like a failure. But this year, this year, we are gonna try to do things differently. And we're gonna try to make sure that the goals that we set are realistic and are relevant to us. And also, they are smart. So maybe you've already heard of this before, but when it comes to goal setting, usually we use the SMART goals, which stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. So let's create our SMART goals, starting with specific. For me, one of my goals this year is definitely to start strength training again. This is something that I lost from the last year because I was so into tennis, which isn't bad, but I know the importance of strength training in the longevity of my muscle mass and even in complementing my tennis. So my goal is to start strength training again. And it's very specific. It's not just do exercise, but it is to actually start strength training again. Then we have to make it measurable. And essentially the measurable part of our goal is where we're going to hold accountability. And it's very important to be realistic here. I am going to commit to 1 strength training per week. I have tried to put 2 on that list, but I can't do 2 and I just know it because I play a lot of tennis. So to make it something that's actually realistic for me, it's going to be 1 strength training per week. Next is the A, which is achievable. So break down what is happening or how you are going to be able to do what you are asking yourself to do. So if I want to do strength training at least for 1 week, what day is that going to be? I'm going to do that at the start of the week. I'm going to do that at the end of the week. I'm going to make sure it's achievable by making it limited to only 30 minutes, or I'm gonna start slow and build up from there. Next is the R, which is why is this goal important to you and what role does it play in your life? For me, the relevance of this goal is that I want to build more muscle mass to build strength and power for tennis. And again, like we mentioned, longevity for life when you're building muscle mass. And lastly, we have T, which is time bound. Now, to be honest, I'm a little skeptical about the whole time bound thing because I feel like setting a time limit for goals can be both helpful and hurtful. Helpful in the way that it makes sure that you are accountable for something, but hurtful in a way that if the goal is quite intense and you set yourself up for a very short timeline that is unrealistic, then you're probably just gonna feel like a failure or there's gonna be way too much pressure. But time bound doesn't mean that you have to finish this goal or reach this goal by this certain time. It can also just mean, okay, by this time I will monitor my progress and reassess. So for time bound, I think I'm gonna give myself 3 months to stick to this routine, and then I'm gonna reassess. Maybe I can increase the goal, or maybe I have to switch it out and find something else that works. Another goal for me this year is to be more adventurous in the kitchen, to learn more recipes, because I literally repeat the same 5 recipes again and again and again, which is nothing wrong with that, but there is a certain point where you do get sick of that. And also I just wanna expand my skills a little bit. To make that measurable, I think I'm going to focus on learning at least 2 recipes per month. I'm gonna try at least 1 new recipe every other week. I could do every week, but I've tried that and that didn't work. So we're gonna start a little bit smaller. It is part of building skills in the kitchen and maybe for a future cookbook. I don't know, we'll see. I think I'm gonna go with like a quarterly check-in for myself, where by March, we'll see how it is, and I'll try to continue that for 3 months. Another thing that I really have been trying to achieve is to read more. And I don't know if it's because I have no more attention span, or maybe because the books I've been reading have just not been sparking my interest, but it has been so hard for me to get into the groove of reading. And I just want to start reading more because I feel like my brain is literally rotting from constantly being online. You know when they say brain rot? That is legit. And there was a time in my life where I was reading so much. I was able to tick off my 12 books in 1 year in the first 2 months of the year, but maybe I burnt out from that or something. Whether it is self-help, fiction, or things that are going to improve my knowledge of nutrition and psychology, I want to learn more and read more. I'm not gonna make it too difficult yet. I'm gonna start with a measurable goal of 10 pages per week. I'm gonna try to fit reading into my morning routine. So I think that's what I wanna do, is like after my workout, before I start working, and then I can start with my day. I need to expand my vocabulary and my knowledge aside from the internet. And to keep that time bound, again, we're gonna focus on those 3 months and see where we're at. Now, when I say I have to read at least 10 pages per week, we're not limiting ourselves to that. If we can do more, that's better. But if we stick to the goal, then we've succeeded. Now, in a nutrition-related goal, it is to have more fiber-rich meals. I always talk about how fiber is important, 25 to 30 grams per day. But personally, I'm not able to do that for many reasons, being price, time, and sometimes I'm honestly just a little bit lazy to add it. So my specific goal would be to have more fiber-filled meals. To make that measurable, my goal is to have at least 1 meal with 1/2 plate of vegetables. And to keep that time bound, we are again setting ourselves up with a 3-month target of being able to achieve this goal. I have those 4 main goals that I want to achieve. I also have some like side goals here and there that are more personal and I don't want to share them just yet. But those are my 4 personal growth goals that I want to share with you, and hopefully you will keep me accountable for this. All right, we're doing some laundry. First, we got to do the, what's it called? What is it called? Scent booster. The most important thing to remember when it comes to building goals and making goals or choosing your goals, it's good to be ambitious, right? Or like set yourself up for, oh, I want to achieve so many great things. It's very good to have that, but it's also so important to start small and build from there, because it's It feels so much better when you have a small goal that you are easily achieving. You're building your confidence, and then you build from there when you have your momentum, rather than setting a very complicated, very intense goal that you're not able to achieve, you feel bad about, and then it's hard for you to trust yourself when it comes to other things. We've got 6 bagels, and then we have 2 bagel sandwiches for lunch. Let's try them out. These bagels were so much cheaper than the ones that we got from New York because we have 8 bagels here, and it was all $26, $27-ish. That is the price that we would spend for 2 bagels in New York. But we gotta compare the flavor, the taste. Elijah got a breakfast bagel, egg, tomato, avocado. I think it's bacon. I got a chicken salad. It's got lettuce, tomato, onions, chicken salad, and it has an Asiago bagel. Personally, one of my favorite bagels is the Asiago bagels so far. From all of the ones that we've tried, that's my fave. Got our fiber, but we'll definitely try to get more fiber for dinner. The bagel is always very, very filling. I think that will hold us down for a few, but I'm still excited to have a little snack. This is the Wild Wonder drink, strawberry passion fruit. It is a prebiotic, probiotic sparkling drink. The prebiotic, probiotic drinks are quite popular here. You've probably seen a lot of like US content creators. They have their Poppy, they have their Olipop, they're sipping on it, drinking on it. They're basically carbonated drinks that have fiber and sometimes probiotics. For example, this one has 5 grams of fiber, and that is because of the chicory root inulin, which is usually the one that they put. And it also has live probiotics that they put in here, and this one is sweetened with monk fruit. Last time I was here, I tried the Olipop. Not my personal favorite, but Poppy, I hated that one because it literally tasted like apple cider vinegar that was carbonated, like straight up. And I did try only 1 flavor of that one compared to the Olipop. We tried like 5 flavors, but I did not want to try any more of those. I would say this one has the best taste, and only specifically this flavor, which is strawberry passion fruit, because they have other flavors. There's like mango gold, strawberry lychee, there's also a peach ginger. Not messing with those flavors. This is the one that I enjoyed the most. It's mostly like a strawberry passion fruit juice that's a bit watered down and carbonated. That's all. Quick little review, and our 5 grams of fiber, 2.5 because Elijah and I share. A dessert. These pretzel crisps are so good. The laundry is done, so it's time to fold and put it away. The courts that you play on are free, and that is a super big win because you don't have to spend anything to play tennis. The only thing is that you have to find an empty court, but the weather has been so cold. I think it's around 14 degrees, and I'm not used to that cold, so playing tennis in the cold is a whole other thing to get used to for me. Let me just quickly show you guys my tennis outfit for today. This is our vibe. We have a puffer vest, we have long sleeves, leggings and socks. My hands also get extremely cold so fast. Like right now we are indoors and my hands feel quite cold. So I am going to try to wear gloves, see if it helps. We played tennis yesterday and my hands were freezing, like it felt like it was gonna come off, and then it hurt so much when I was trying to warm up. I hope that this is gonna help, at least help it warm up while we play. Cameras all ready? Let's go! I'm almost coming up to my 2-year anniversary for introducing tennis into my life. So cool. And I think what is most important when it comes to goal setting is really focusing on habits rather than outcomes. I mean, yes, outcomes are very, very important. You want to have those markers of achievements that you can measure, but at the end of the day, all of these goals will only be achieved by creating habit, because you're always trying to think of long-term goals that is going to set you up for your health and your life. And while there are some of those like milestone goals that, oh, I just want to say that I've run a marathon, or I just want to be able to have tried to climb a mountain or something like that, that's perfectly fine. Always going to be about the habit. That's why when I was planning out my SMART goals, I was really focused on, okay, what is going to be something I can actually do? It's going to help me get to where I want to, that isn't super complicated. We are done playing. My hands feel like they're gonna fall off from the cold, but we played a game and we went 6-all, so we had to do a tiebreaker. I won 10-7. Oh, thank you very much. We are currently in Safeway because I gotta grab some sandwich meats because I want to make the bagels that we got into bagel sandwiches tomorrow. So I just gotta get some protein for that because there's a bunch of veggies and cheese at Elijah's house. We just need some meat, some protein. This is like fancy deli meat, a little expensive. Or maybe these? Italian dry salami, salami prosciutto. They don't have any like beef, because I want some
like roast beef.
Roast beef, but roasted turkey though, turkey breast. I want the honey smoked turkey. Now we are at the drink aisle because I want to grab a drink. I didn't like the nitro. Elijah really likes the nitro. This is good for Elijah, but not for me.
Cream soda.
Oh yeah, we can get one of these. Lime. Lime. Nice. We're back. Elijah's mom made this. It's barbecue kalbi, Korean barbecue. We're gonna air fry it. Mix sauce salad. We've got our dinner. A little Korean barbecue, rice, and a little salad. A drink on the side. It's like a sour candy, a little artificial sour candy. So we've been having chocolates like after every meal for the past few days. Well, after like lunch and dinner. But I'm kind of done with it for a while. I'll probably have chocolates again tomorrow. But today we have some grapes. So just gonna wash it up and have it for dessert, get ready for bed, and start our day again tomorrow. This was our first day of the accountability series. We were able to get some fiber in, still can improve. Definitely gotta start my reading tomorrow. And hopefully one of the days in the week, we can try out a new recipe, or maybe next week, we'll see. I won't be able to do my weight training though because I can't go to the gym right now, but that will definitely happen in the second half of this. But that's the end of the vlog. Share below what your goals are for this year, your SMART goals, and follow along the accountability series by subscribing. You always deserve to eat. The video's over, but that doesn't mean you have to go. You can still subscribe or watch the next video. Thanks for watching.